we officially name this corner what all parents, students, and faculty and New Yorkers for generations to come will know as Richie's Corner. Richie Henderson was a legend both at Avenues and in Chelsea. Over his 10 years as a crossing guard, he always had a smile on his face while helping students arrive at the building, protecting them from oncoming traffic, escorting them to nearby playgrounds, attending their graduations. He was a friend to all, students, faculty, parents, neighboring businesses, and a presence here that cannot be overstated. Richie was taken from his family, from our community, from all of us too soon, trying to break up a fight on the subway. Richie died doing what he spent his life doing, helping people. That act of senseless violence is the antithesis of all that he stood for. He would often step up to bullies on behalf of those who couldn't. He was a true New Yorker, someone who improved the lives of all he encountered. And it's such an honor to be able to ensure that this corner by Avenues, a place he loved so much, will forever bear his name and will forever be known as Richie's Corner. I want to thank everyone who's involved in this effort, the Community Ward 4 Traffic and Transportation Committee, the whole community at Avenues, and Richie's beloved family, Ms. Henderson, who I got to meet at City Hall the day that we passed this legislation. It's a true honor for me to have the opportunity to ensure that for generations to come, people will know of Richie and what he stood for, who he was, and all that he contributed to our community and to all of New York City.
When we learned of Richie's death, there was an overwhelming outpouring of love, grief, care, and support from the whole Avenues community, parents, students, and colleagues, all whose lives have been touched by Richie. Hundreds of members of our community have special memories and stories of Richie's impact, maybe thousands. We will hear from two today. Avenues parent Kim Ward Gaffney has been with Avenues since our doors first opened in 2012. Richie was very special to her and her two sons, John and James. We will hear from Kim, who will be followed by 7th grade student Ian Kim. Richie shared a special place in Ian's heart, and he would like to share a few remarks today as well. Kim.
Years ago, as my husband Brian and I began exploring schools for our 3- and 4-year-old sons, we chose Avenues because of its innovation in education, focus on global experiences, language immersion. And each time we attended an orientation, we genuinely connected with other parents who were interested in this school. We found the leaders, faculty, and administrators kind, generous, smart, active listeners, and a willingness to welcome us with safety and respect. Little did we know that this spirit would extend beyond the walls of this school to the streets of Chelsea. The care and concern for the well-being of our children, and quite frankly, the entire Avenues community, was modeled every day for 10 years by a man. Our son's called Mr. Richard. Mr. Mr. Richard was the man who proudly and fearlessly stood between cars, taxis, and bikes of 10th Avenue so that we were all protected. When my sons and I walked down 25th Street, I felt like the school day had begun when I saw his smile. He would give our sons a hug, a high five, or even ask about their day. And they were so excited to see him. I recall one day both James and John were vying for his attention as they talked about their day. And Richard was so patient in listening and acknowledged both of their comments. For small children to do that, when an adult speaks to you about your day, your life, it conveys that you matter. It's amazing how much Rich could remember in just a few seconds as he traveled back and forth across 10th Avenue. He would ask about our sons' pets, their TV shows, their friends, even what they learned in school. Our sons even interviewed him for their school projects. And for the holiday season, he purchased little cards for them or gifts for them. And in return, we would anonymously leave gloves for him, gum, candy, just a scarf just to keep him warm. And guess what? He didn't leave me out, the adult. Rich could recall when my family was traveling, asking about work, how my brothers were doing, did I watch the football game? When Wakanda was released, we had a nice little sweet huddle about time we see some black superheroes. It was awesome. We had many conversations. We shared a Brooklyn connection. He spoke about his wife, Jakiba, his children, his love for sports. And we even had a really serious conversation about his desire to maybe return to school. I recall having such deep conversations as we were crossing the street that a parent who witnessed the conversation asked me if Rich was their uncle. And I replied, well, actually, he's everyone's favorite uncle. When I didn't see him on the corner, it kind of felt like a gap in my day. And I would ask Joe, the head security person, hey, where's Rich? And as a part of the APA, when I gave tours, I made sure to introduce families to our crossing guard, Mr. Richard. I wanted them to know that this school was special because he, Mr. Richard, made sure we felt safe and seen. When I led the inclusion efforts here at Avenues, the APA had its first Inclusion Awards, where the community nominates students and faculty who model our values of welcome, safety, and respect. And wouldn't you know it, the first recipient was Mr. Richard. He got so much support from so many members of our community. And to see him outside of his uniform, I don't know if you all remember that, he looked good. It was stellar. My last conversation with Rich was 3 days before he departed us. It was a Thursday, around 4 o'clock. And I was rushing to get to an Avenues basketball game because our son was playing. Richard had seen John grow from 2.5 feet to almost 6 feet. And he knew that our youngest son was playing basketball and wanted to play football. I recall the last thing that Richard said, and that was, well, I guess he's going to have to make a decision. That stays with me. There are 2,219 crossing guards in New York City. And I am humbled as I think about the decision Rich made each day to show up as more than our crossing guard on 25th and 10th. And even when the weather was cold, rainy like it is now, cloudy, hot, or just perfect, we were fortunate to start and end our day with him. And for me and my family, this will always, and was always meant to be, Richie's Corner. Thank you.
Members of Richie's family, Councilmember Botcher, Mr. Shai, and dear members of the Avenues faculty and staff, all of our distinguished guests, thank you so much for coming. As we stand today in this corner, what our hearts has always been our school, our workplace, our home away from home. The students here have always had 4 core values in mind: welcome, safety, respect, and kindness. Richie always embodied those rules. From the first day I met him, the day where he sadly passed away in a selfless act of violence. He always had the biggest smile on his face when I saw him, greeting me with an "Ian, my man, what's up?" Every time he saw me, he took the time to learn and remember the kids' names and made them feel at home. He always wanted to know what was going on with their life. Never disrespectful, rude, cold, the exact opposite most of the times. When I graduated from elementary school, big milestone, he was there. He was the first person that I wanted to take a photo with because he mattered so much to me. He was always a great person, and I don't think there's any better way to honor his memory by dedicating a street that he kept safe to his name, a kind man who kept us safe and welcome. I cannot think of another person that deserved this more than him. Councilmember Boucher and the Avenues and the Manhattan Community Bar, I think I speak for the entirety of Avenues when I say thank you so much. Your hard work made this possible. It means a lot to us students, and thank you so much for showing us what we can achieve if we work together. Mr. Jones and Mr. Salino, thank you so much as well. Your hard work also made this idea happen. The fact that a street is being renamed in one of the greatest cities in the world is truly remarkable, and it couldn't have happened without your dedication. And finally, Richie's family. I still can't imagine the pain and the grief that you're going through. And I know that words can't help a lot, but I want you to know I'm sorry. Richie will always be a part of our community, no matter what. Richie, man, if you're up there, we love you. Hope you're smiling down at everyone here. Thank you so much for showing us what a person like you can do to a kid like me.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Ian. Obviously, the Avenues community's lost a cherished member of our team. We know Richie's family lost a beloved husband, father, grandfather, brother, uncle, and son. Their loss is immeasurable. Their strength is remarkable. We are honored to be joined by many members of Richie's family today. So please join me in welcoming his brothers Earl and Jermaine, his youngest sister Kamika. Earl and Jermaine would like to share a few words. They will be followed by Marcel Brown, a close family friend.
How you doing, everybody? My name's Jermaine. It's a lot to process. We had a lot, losses in our life, but
Sorry.
this one right here it hit hard because my brother was loved by so many, and we grew up in Brooklyn, going through everything that we went through in Brooklyn, and just knowing that we can actually make it. And I would always tell him, we are somebody. People love us. I just want to be able to have this right here. This right here is a bittersweet moment, but I see the love, we feel the love. I'm just caught up in all my words. Usually they put me up here because I can actually put some words together, but I'm kind of caught up right now. But my sister, my nieces, nephew, grandnieces, my family, it's like I love all you guys, man. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're here for this because this is something that we know down the line. At least I know we can bring our kids here and stand on this corner and look up and know that it's Richie's corner. And I just want to thank everybody that put this together for us because it really means a lot. It really do. And I just, I love my brother, man. It's my baby brother, It just hurts. It really hurts. It sucks. But I know he's looking down and I know he's happy to see everybody together right now because this is something that he did. And he always did. He always pulled people together. Even if you didn't like each other, he'll still be able to bring everybody together. So to see everybody here right now, I just want to say thank you. I really do. I love it all.
Good morning. My name is Earl. I'm Richie and Jermaine's older brother. Yeah, I put together something and I don't know if I can go through it. It says, good morning, family and friends, students. There's many ways we're celebrating the life and legacy of my little brother, Richie Lamont Henderson, aka Black. Richie, I still can't believe I'm talking to him in the past tense. My little brother was always the planner, man. For family cookouts, for family getaways, and just coming over playing video games. My family and our hearts are still broken. Any questions not answered yet, man. But knowing my brother, I know what he'll want it. You want this to be a joyous occasion, right? I'm family, and I want to thank everyone for coming out, and thank you. You know, my heart is broken. So, thank you, everyone. That's all I got.
Peace and blessings, everyone. My name is Marcel Brown. On behalf of the Dockery family, on behalf of the Henderson family, and the team over at Rich's Way, we would like to welcome you all to the official street naming of Richie's Corner. Thank you, Avenues. Thank you, Councilman Boucher. Thank you to everyone who has given the family their love and support during this trying time. This event is not possible without your love and support. So for that, I need you to give you all a round of applause, okay? I want to start off by saying that many of us look at famous people as our role models. Whether it's Jay-Z or LeBron James, we see them as our heroes, not truly understanding that we are interacting with our own homegrown heroes on a day-to-day basis. Richard Henderson was just that. Richard was a devoted husband, father, grandfather, brother, and a beacon of light for the community who lost his life doing what he loved to do the most. That's helping others. Whether it was color coordinating at family events, fist bumping kids on their way to school, assisting children as they're crossing the street, or even jump-starting family occasions with his dance moves, Richard left an impact on everyone he came across. From Ian, who he watched grow from kindergarten to high school, to all the amazing kings and queens of Avenues, Richard loved the kids and expressed this not only with his words, but with his actions, you know? So let's give it up for Richard one more time. What better way to honor Richard than by continuing his mission of helping others and impacting the future leaders of tomorrow? This is why we started Richard's Way, founded by his wife, Jakiba Dockery, and his sister, Kamika Henderson. Richard Way is a not-for-profit organization driven by passionate leaders like myself who are committed to fostering diverse opportunities for the youth in our community. Our mission is to empower young individuals through immersive recreational activities, social events, all while providing the support and resources that families need to not only survive, but to thrive. Our children are the leaders of tomorrow, and if we don't invest into them, who will? I'm here to tell you that we will. We believe in the power of community and the importance of supporting each other. Think about it. You can't spell community without unity, and you can't spell unity without you and I. So on behalf of Richard, let's come together and make an impact for the community for many years to come. Richard's legacy may begin with his 3 children and 2 grandchildren, Richard Jr., Lavina, Janaya, Zori, and Zanaya, but also through every child he has left an impact on, in addition to his family and friends. With your support, not only will we be able to impact children of our community, but impact hundreds, thousands, and possibly millions throughout the world. Join us October 19th. We'll have our first Halloween event. Join us November 22nd. We'll be giving back to the community, giving place to the middle schools of our community. And you can hear about all of our future events by visiting our website at richardsway.org or by following our social media, richardsway_nonprofit. But before I go, I need to remind you all that with peace and love, everything is possible. With that being said, I need you all to show love to each other in the way Richard would love for us to do so. So on the count of 3, I need y'all to turn to your neighbor and in Richard's voice say, "It is what it is," all right? 1, 2, 3, it is what it is. Once again, my name is Marcel Brown. It's an honor and pleasure to speak on the behalf of the Henderson and Dockery family. I look forward to watching the rest of the program with you all. Peace and blessings to you and your families.
We may have a new school motto now. It is what it is. Thank you, Earl, Jermaine, and Marcel. Now is the moment on this rainy morning that you've all come together to participate in the unveiling of Richie's Corner. I would like to invite Richie's family up here to do the honors behind me.
Here, take the.
Once they're in a position, everybody else, we're going to do a countdown, and then we're going to unveil the sign.
No problem. It's going down.
That's great. I'm gonna put it.
Whoop. I'm getting my camera wet. Get out your ways. Oh, this is big.
Five, 4,
3, 2, 1. Yeah! Yeah! You're ready.
Now to close out the celebration, everyone, I'm delighted to introduce the Avenues Advanced Band, making their first in-range performance here, led by our musical director, Rachel Dolan, to perform a special piece that's prepared for this, for Richie. We think Richie will be speaking to the band Henderson. You're all invited to join us for a brief reception
Richie's
inside
Corner.
the main building just behind me on the 3rd floor of the after.
Come check it out.